Andrew Sparks, 15-4 on the season, 1-2 in the Big Ten. Mayfield, 14-6, also 1-2 in the Big Ten. One of these guys looking to get back to even 500 in conference action. As you get a look there at Andrew Sparks, number 11 in the country at this weight. And there is Maxx Mayfield, the number 20th ranked wrestler, looking to bounce back after last week against Michigan.
And this will be the second time these two wrestled back in the duel in 2023. Mayfield coming out with a loss 4-6 to Sparks, so looking to avenge this one right here.
You mentioned we're probably not going to see a whole lot of takedowns in this match. Mayfield lost in a narrow decision against the Wolverines last Friday. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it was Sparks winning by technical fall 2 nights ago up in Madison. Minnesota doing double duty this week, turning it around quickly, a Friday-Sunday combo.
Yeah, Big Ten likes to do the double duels the Friday, Sunday if they can stay in the area. Sparks really good on his feet, wants to wrestle in the shoebox with you. He's going to get up close and personal. Lost to Mikey Caliendo of Iowa, who's been dominant this season just a couple weekends ago with the Soldier Salute, but kept that match close, and that's a testament to how good Sparks is this season.
Sparks looking for his 60th career duel victory today.
Looking to get on the podium for the first time at NCAAs as well. Has qualified a couple times, but looking to become an All-American for the first time.
In his 5th year out of Costa Mesa, California. Wrestlers just canceling each other out here in our first mat action of the day.
Yeah, both wrestlers got, but Sparks able to get through there and gets the takedown. Really good scramble right there. Mayfield just not able to hold on to that ankle. Needed to do it for just a little bit longer to try and force a stalemate. Sparks proving stronger there. Good scramble and great start for Andrew Sparks.
You mentioned he's trying to get on a couple podiums this year, Sparks. He was top 10 in the Big Ten each of the last 2 years, and he's looking, to your point, to qualify for NCAAs for a 4th consecutive season. Mayfield gets on the board with an escape. Pulled a couple upsets at NCAAs last year, ultimately fell in that first round, but showed off his skills and what he can do, and he'll be trying to build on that this season and get back to the NCAAs first of all.
And he has that capability. Like you said, win those big matches, and he's shown that a little bit this year too. Andrew Sparks getting in on another leg. You see that leg wrapped up, but Sparks in a great position now. Just needs to have Mayfield let go of that ankle. Very close to a takedown. You see him use that foot, get the hand off the ankle. You got to wrestle on the edge of the mat, and Mayfield's doing a good job right now. He's trying to circle. He's getting close. You see he's got that arm wrapped on the outside of the hip. If he lets go of that at all, he's got to try and get out, and that should quickly be a 3. As you see, is able to pop his head out and get the takedown. Andrew Sparks getting to work early.
And you saw Mayfield straining there, to your point, Hayden. He was holding on to that thigh of Sparks for dear life and just couldn't maintain it.
Yeah, and Sparks is so strong at this weight class. Just one of the stronger, that strength is proven right here. Just driving, that is a tough position to hold. He was going to have to hold it for a while and try to use the edge of the mat. Just couldn't get it done.
Makes it 6-1 here with about 30 seconds to go in round 1. Mayfield gets his second escape of this opening round. Northwestern bench shouting time to go get a takedown here in the final seconds.
Yeah, and it's going to be so important. The second and third period, how do you wrestle in the bottom and top position? We've seen Sparks only 17 seconds of riding time. Mayfield getting to his feet quickly, no mat return. So it'll be interesting to see how Sparks does on bottom if that does happen, or if he chooses to stay on his feet.
That ends the first round, 6-2, the advantage for Andrew Sparks. Sparks, prior to that tech fall win in Madison on Friday, lost in a decision against Michigan. Also lost in a decision at Nebraska. So even though he is 1-2 in conference, Hayden, it's not by much. He could easily be 3-0.
Well, he's wrestled some of the best in the conference. And if you look at, he wrestled his match right before that was Mikey Caliendo for Iowa. It was just at the Soldier Salute. So he's had to wrestle some tough matches. But, like he said, that's what the Big Ten is. You are going to get exposed to that early. But Andrew Sparks, he has a gas tank as well as that strength. It's a rare combo. It's really hard to wrestle against, especially late in periods.
And you talk about a contrast in styles that we might see a lot today. Sparks a taller, lankier wrestler than the stockier Mayfield, as we'll get a stoppage outside the circle.
He just does everything well. He does top, bottom. He wrestles hard, and getting to watch that match in the finals of the Soldier Salute, he just has such good defense as well. That's where that strength comes into play. And Mikey Caliendo, one of the best offensive wrestlers, just not a whole lot he could do. It was a one takedown match. The thing that has impressed me the most about Sparks is how he's getting to his offense. He's not backing up whatsoever. Up 6-3, but he's definitely been the aggressor in this match, even with that lead.
At that Soldier Salute at 165, the Gophers filled out the podium. Sparks took second, and Blaine Brenner, his teammate, came in third. So a very solid showing, and showing off the depth that Minnesota has, not just at 165. That's almost across the roster, they're too deep.
Across the board, Minnesota has done such a great job of building this program. Brandon Eggum now brings in Michael Kemmerer, but just so many good, it's a funnel. Like you said, Gable Stevenson able to come back, but the guy right behind him, a guy who's a national qualifier. There's just such good wrestling in the state of Minnesota, as well here in Illinois. But Minnesota, they do a great job of recruiting in the state. You look up and down their, their lineup. It's a lot of Wisconsin and a lot of Minnesota, so they know who to recruit. They know the area as well, and they love to develop those kind of guys.
Final 30 seconds here of round 2, 6-3. Been a quieter second round so far for Sparks. A lot of credit on that to the defense of Mayfield, who we see wrestling today with quite a big wrap on his right leg. And you wonder if that might have something to do with the fact that he was listed as a maybe today rather than an in-pen starter.
And Andrew Sparks is going right at that leg. He's really trying for those low singles. But like you said, Andrew Sparks is, he's attacking that leg. But like you said, Mayfield is starting to get a little bit tired now. You never know. You always put an or there because, these coaches, they know what they're doing. They have a strategy on who they want to send out. Starting this match at 165 pounds, it was probably always going to be Mayfield. You want to get that duel off to a hot start if you're Northwestern.
Preparing for period number 3, still 6-3, and we'll see how aggressive Sparks chooses to be. You said, Hayden, you didn't expect a lot of takedowns in this match. We got 2 in that first period. And to your point, Sparks looks like he's got a lot more energy in the tank right now than Mayfield.
And riding time is not a factor right now, so that's going to make Max Mayfield. He's going to have to go on the offense. He's going to need 2, or somehow Sparks gets that stall. But the way that Sparks is pushing the pace right now, he's in no position there. So Mayfield is going to have to kind of get creative here. Hasn't really been on much of a shot. Hasn't got to his offense as he sees right there, but good re-attack, able to drive through. Sparks holding onto that ankle for dear life. But Mayfield is going to have to find a way to step over. He needs to bring that leg just a little bit closer. Sparks doing a really good job in this scramble position, putting himself in a good position for a stalemate. As you see, both wrestlers trying to grab those ankles. Mayfield's going to have to step across. His opportunity was early there. Sparks doing a really good job.
Sparks knew that Mayfield had to take a shot. He was ready for it when it came.
Yeah, he was. And Mayfield, he got to those legs good. He had a good attack there, but it had to happen early. You see Sparks, he's such a good scrambler. He's a hard person in those halfway situations.
A minute to go here in the third period. And Max Mayfield of Northwestern needs to go on the attack. Another shot from him.
Got to elevate now. Got to use the leverage when you can. He's got a nice high crotch. But good hip action there from Sparks. Trying to roll over. Another scramble position. This is where Sparks has been good all day. If you're Sparks, you're really happy in this position right here. You have all the time in the world. He's going to need 2 takedowns if you're Mayfield, so you can stay in this position. But he's close to a takedown right there. If he gets a takedown right here, and it has to happen now, which it does. Trying to get some swipes, and he does.
Mayfield was trying to keep his back straight up and down on his side for as long as he could. Gave out eventually. Sparks takes the takedown, and he's going to take this opening match at 165.
And he's going to take it by major decision, which is huge as well. We saw him get 3 swipes right there. The riding time is going to go over a minute as well, so a big win for Andrew Sparks.
So it's a bonus point for the Golden Gophers right out of the gate, and they take a 4-0 team lead thanks to that major decision.